This is a content warning. All episodes of Mysteries Unknown may include foul language, fantasy violence, blood and gore, and worst thing of all, sexual content. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome everyone to the Mysteries Unknown podcast. Join me, Hunter the MC, as I lead the five ladies of the Swords Sky Mommies podcast through a City of Mist one-shot special. What shenanigans are they going to cause? What trouble are they going to get into? Let us find out. Greetings, listeners. Welcome once again to a Mysteries Unknown special edition one-shot that I am doing with some very special ladies today. They are the Queens of Chaos, the Rulers of the Skies, as that is in their name. So, give it up for the Swords and Skies Mommies podcast. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. So, before we get in, I have asked that they all introduce themselves by their name, who they are on the podcast, and then who they are going to be playing on this one-shot today. So, we'll start with Melissa.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa. I am the DM for the Frenna campaign, and I also play Fran in our Vampires and Vendettas campaign. And today, I will be playing Kitsune.
Yay!
All right. Joanna.
All right. Hi, I'm Joanna. In our current campaign for Frenna, I am playing Darcy. And for our upcoming campaign, Vampires and Vendettas, I am playing Anna Maria. And for today, I will be playing Lance Sullivan. Oh,
Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. In our Frenna campaign, I play Phelan Frostbang, and in our Vampires one, I am Petunia Meadows. And in this one, I'm playing Scarlet.
All right. Miss Bridget.
Hi, I'm Bridget. I play Ivy in our Frenna campaign. I am the Dungeon Master of Vampires and Vendettas, and I will be playing Postmortem today.
Ooh. Should have done my accent.
And then last but definitely not least, Miss Amanda.
Hello, I am Amanda, and in Frenna, I play Poppy, and in our Vampires and Vendettas, I play Victoria, and here I am going to be playing
Maraid.
I knew that.
Nice. And for my listening audience, all these characters that are playing today are pre-generated characters provided by the City of Mist tabletop RPG, which you can find on the City of Mist website. And you can either download the whole character portfolio, or you can just buy them all singly. So, and as well, you can find Swords and Sky Mommies on Instagram. Y'all want to shout out that really quick?
yeah, please follow us. We are everywhere.
You can follow us on all forms of social media at Swords and Sky Mommies. Check out our podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, our social media, especially Instagram. I think that's where we're the most active, and we should have a YouTube channel up by the time this is recorded.
And we have a TikTok.
Oh, yes, no TikTok.
So please go on the TikTok.
It's like, are those girls from TikTok? Yeah, I make those chicks watch. Oh.
Yeah. For your listeners, we're a little chaotic, so
Just a tad.
And the listeners know that chaos is how it rolls here. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram, the Mysteries Unknown Podcast, under Mistunk Podcast, MISTUNK Podcast. And I'm also working on a YouTube, and I have one of my episodes up so far. I'm behind on uploading, so I'm getting there.
woohoo! Yeah.
All right, so are you ladies ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
All right. the city. Even in the brightest of days, many things lurk in the shadows in the city where gods and monsters exist. If you walk down the street, the milkman that delivers the milk on a daily basis, once that purple mist rolls through, you see now the stretched and bent out figure of the crooked man himself. The teller at your bank, if that mist seeps into the building, you are staring at the incarnation of Osiris himself. On this interesting day, we come across this bodega inside the city. Everyone's kind of hustling and bustling on this morning, but as the camera goes into the building and into the back room, we see not a storage room, for in this city, enclaves exist as well. As once the camera goes into that room, it is now an Egyptian throne room, so extravagant, gold and beautiful markings all over the place. And sitting at the throne herself, we see an African American woman dressed in Egyptian garb, the avatar of Queen Cleopatra herself, as she sits there pondering about what to do. And all of a sudden we see as poof, 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 three of her servants appear suddenly before her. And these guys are basically, think of the assassins from the Assassin's Creed Origins game. This is what they look like. And so there's 2 men, 1 woman. They're all in bowing positions in front of the avatar of Queen Cleopatra. And the queen looks down at them and says, "Have you succeeded in your mission, my loyal subjects?" And the woman assassin that's in between the 2 men looks up to Cleopatra and says, "Your Highness, we have found several citizens in the city that may be able to help us get rid of the corruption that's happening in this city." And Queen Cleopatra looks down and nods with a smile and says, "Good, bring them to me at once." And once again, poof, 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 they disappear. And like I was describing to y'all, when they poof, it's like Nightcrawler from the X-Men, just kind of like a poof, poof, poof of the smoke.
Perfect. We're just gonna pause for 1 second and put the cat making a lot of noise in a bedroom. And we
So throw the whole thing away. It's fine.
There we go. Okay, we're back.
All right. So it is now 9 o'clock on this morning, and the camera's going to pan around throughout all the different characters at what they're doing at this time of day. So let's start with Scarlet. What is she doing?
So Scarlett is just kind of sitting in her living room, flipping through an old photo album of her and her lost girlfriend, Jill.
She's really obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying. It's kind of funny.
It's the love of her life.
It feels like it.
So what's kind of the thought process going through Scarlett's head as she's flipping through this photo album?
Immense grief. So she's thinking about her lost love and how she wants her back, and basically how she'll do anything to get her.
Your thoughts are suddenly interrupted by a knock at your door.
I quickly close the album and walk over to the door and I peek through the people and try to see who's out there. I don't necessarily want to open it yet.
So you don't see anyone when you look through the people.
I'm not opening that door. I don't like people.
You open the door?
No.
Oh.
I don't like people.
Oh, I thought you said you opened the door. My apologies. Okay. There's another knock on the door again.
I reluctantly open the door.
What, you do open it this time?
Yes.
So you open the door, and there's a large man standing in front of you in like a white outfit and a white hood. And before you can say anything, he puts a hand on your shoulder, and you both poof.
Oh shit! Jesus.
And then we're going to cut to postmortem.
All right.
What's postmortem doing at 9 a.m. on this day?
She is just getting back from night doing her job. She does not sleep, and she spends most of her nights out prowling on the streets as an angel of vengeance. And so she is kind of clinging to shadow where she can still, despite the sun still being up. And just trying to remain unseen as she passes through the city. Continuing to be on the lookout for any ne'er-do-wells that might be out and about this morning.
So it's funny that you describe it that way, because despite your attempts to stay hidden in the shadows and make your way through the city, you get the strange, irkling feeling that there's someone else in these shadows with you as well.
I just kind of straighten my back and turn to look behind me.
There's no one behind you.
Oh shit!
I'm just gonna put one hand on my sniper rifle instinctively and continue at a little bit of a slower pace.
Yeah, as soon as your hand goes to that sniper rifle, a woman, also in white with a white hood, appears behind you, puts a hand on your shoulder, and you both poof. And now we cut to Mareed. 9 a.m. on this day. What is she doing?
At 9 a.m., she's probably going into her office where she is a child psychologist, going to go get ready for the day. Just going about her business, her daily business.
So you're at the office then? Yeah. So I'll say as you walk into your office, you immediately notice that the window going into the office is open.
I should think she would kind of go and check it out, or go into the office very, no, what's the word? Cautiously.
Yeah, so you just slowly make your way inside, towards your eyes. I'm guessing you're just looking at this open window still as you walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as you make it past the door into the office, the door shuts behind you.
Well, that's not good. I guess she would, she's got some self-defense training. She kind of just look ready and like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, so if you were to turn around to look at the door, is that what she does? She turns around to look at the door?
Sure, yeah.
So there's no one there, no one by the door. However, another white hooded figure appears right behind you as you turn around, puts a hand on your shoulder, and poof.
It's not a good Monday.
Next is Lance.
Oh, great.
What is he and his good friend Alejandro doing at 9 a.m.?
All right. Well, first of all, Alejandro's not there yet. I told Alejandro to meet at my lovely apartment. And I am currently, I just finished using my mustache comb and getting my mustache ready for the day. I got my lovely reporter's hat on. I'm, proud to get started and learn more and fight for justice and all the such things. I'm putting coffee into my world's best reporter to-go mug. Waiting for my friend Alejandro there. I'm going to give myself my daily morning speech in the mirror. And it's going to say, Lance, there are people out there who are missing, who have lost their homes. You are the only one that can speak for them. You are smart. You are sexy. And frankly, you are the best goddamn person I've ever met.
Your speech is your self-speech is interrupted by a loud knock at the door and Mr. Sullivan!
Alejandro, my dear, come on in.
It's like you hear, you locked your door, Mr. Sullivan!
Oh, hold on. I'm going to scurry on over and unlock it.
So you open the door and Alejandro he's a few inches shorter than you, portly Hispanic man, kind of a flat top black hair with a little pencil thin mustache. Basically, I shared, like, he looks like Guillermo from the Jimmy Kimmel Show, is what he looks like.
Thinking Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows.
Also love that Guillermo.
It's like, good morning, Mr. Sullivan. I hope you slept well.
Good morning, my dear friend. I have slept very well indeed. Yes, I'm ready for the day. Are you?
Is he what? I feel like you something forgot.
Are you ready?
I am very much ready for the day, Mr. Sullivan.
Oh,
it's like, ready as I shall ever be.
Ah, delightful, my dear. All right, well, we have a very busy day. We're going to go down to the corner store, and we're going to post out there and see if we can talk to any civilians.
As soon as you finish that, your phone starts to ring.
Oh. Lance Sullivan, best world reporter.
It's like, you hear a voice whispering to you, is this Lance Sullivan, the investigative reporter?
Yes, this is the Lance Sullivan, the world's greatest reporter. How may I be of service this morning?
It's like, and still, this person's like whispering, like they're trying hard not to be overheard during this talk. It's like, I don't have a lot of time. I just gotta tell you, my name is Cassidy. I work at the police department, and I want to blow the whistle on all this corruption that's been happening in the city through the police staff and our police chief. I have documents that can expose our police chief for all the corruption happening.
This is astonishing news. I knew it was possible, but I didn't know that it was happening today. I will be right there. You trust me, Cassidy. Is your name Cassidy?
Yes, this person's name is Cassidy, and it's a male voice.
You trust me, Cassidy. I am on the job. Me and my best friend, Alejandro.
Si, senor!
We'll be right there. Where do you need us?
It's like, if you can somehow get into the police station, because they have this whole place on lockdown with everything going on in the city, the police chief won't even leave his office.
What an asshole! People are dying in the streets, and he's sitting there. He's no Lance Sullivan.
Lance Sullivan's about to become the police chief at the end of it.
I think we all need the confidence of Lance Sullivan.
Oh my God.
It's like, and Cassie just goes, okay, I can't be on long, but just try to get here where you can, and the phone clicks off.
Alejandro, did you hear? The police chief, that bugger, he is making it horrible for all of us. I knew it. I bet he's behind the Lakeside Drive incident tragedy. We are going to have to go down there, Alejandro. Get your big boy pants on and get ready to snap some photos, because I'm about to dish this man a whole fist of Sullivan action.
Oh my God!
I am living for this right now. I'm absolutely living for this.
This is new to us.
Yeah,
I'm doing this to you.
We did not know this was going in this direction. This is the character Joanna was born to play. She's been waiting to play Ed Sullivan for for 27 years.
I'm just trying to figure out what accent he's supposed to have because it sounds like there's like 10 of them colliding at the same time when he speaks.
He's a citizen of the world.
Yes,
Gruff hero accent.
So you see Alejandro pull up his big boy pants. His Lance pulled it, snap him up. It's like, let's go, Mr. Sullivan. And as you both step out and lock the door, a hooded man appears right between you, puts a hand on both your shoulders, and both Lance and Alejandro, poof. And then, all right. And now we cut to our final member of this cast, Kitsune. What is Kitsune doing at 9 a.m. on this morning?
Kitsune is in the dojo, kind of just working on some combinations, staying sharp. Can't ever take a day off. No day off from the gym.
And are there people around, or is it just Kitsune in this room right now?
I'd imagine there are a couple other. I would imagine like a couple other higher ranks than Kitsune at the dojo, like getting ready for the day, kind of warming up for like classes they might have to teach. But Kitsune is kind of in the corner, just hyping themselves up.
All right. And you see as one of the instructors walks up to Kitsune and says, it's like, students, please go get the training dummy out from the back of the room. We will need it for today's lessons.
Okay, I got that. No problem. Kitsune's gonna like trip over themselves. They're so eager to go, just running to get the training dummy and like almost eats it, but recovers and then turns around and bows real quick and then goes and gets the dummy.
And as soon as, so you go to the back and you see the dummy, and as soon as you put your hands in the dummy, you hear a voice behind you say, "Ah, Kitsune. Was wondering when I get to see you again."
Does this voice sound familiar? Again.
No, you turn around and it's a woman in a white hood outfit.
I'm gonna try to throw the dummy at her.
It's like, yeah, you blink as you throw a dummy, and it's like you just throw the dummy at nothing. She is immediately gone.
Oh, what is happening? Go shit! Sensei!
As soon as you say that, you feel a hand on your shoulder and poof! And we see outside, though, of the dojo, standing on the rooftop that's looking down at the dojo where Kitsune originally was, there is a black-cloaked figure just looking down, and all we can see peering through it is a set of deep red eyes. The scene cuts back to the Egyptian throne room with the Avatar Queen Cleopatra sitting on her throne, and all of you simultaneously poof, into that throne at the same time in front of her. All 6 of you.
Oh my goodness!
Oh no.
Where are we? Alejandro!
Whoa. That's kind of cool.
Alejandro just looks around and is like, it looks like an Egyptian throne room, Mr. Sullivan.
Oh my goodness! Wow, I've never been to Egypt before.
Oh god.
It's like, and the Avatar Queen Cleopatra stands up, and you hear like the jewelry she's wearing jangle a bit as she steps down before you all. And of all the assassins are also like just standing now right behind you all as well. So
Lance is immediately going to get on his knees and start bowing.
Oddly, Postmortem does the same. She takes a knee and lowers her head.
Alejandro follows Mr. Lance's lead and bows as well.
Kitsune's gonna raise his fist and turn to the hooded figures. I can take you all at once! Let's go!
Probably just kind of go behind people.
Cleopatra says, that will not be necessary, darling. I've asked them to bring you all here, and I apologize for the shocker surprise they may have placed on you all.
I nearly pooped my pantaloons!
What?
What did Lance say again?
It was almost the Spanish word for pants.
It's like... And Cleopatra sniffs for the air for a second, and then she looks at Alejandro and says, "From the smell of tacos coming from your friend here, it sounds like he already did." And Alejandro's just like, "Sorry, Mr. Sullivan."
Damn, that was a burn if I've ever heard one, Cleopatra.
Well, speaking of burns, I brought you all here for a very special assignment, if I must put it so. I assume you all aware of the corruption that has been happening in this city under our current police chief.
I'm very aware. I received a call this morning. I was going to head there.
How the stars align sometimes.
Do you have more information?
And I'm assuming all the other characters are as familiar with the corruption as well that's going on in this city, to some extent.
I feel like Kitsune is not aware of anything around them ever, but they will nod in agreement that they indeed know everything that's going on.
Alright. Anyone else want to add anything to it, or...?
Postmortem just kind of stands, and she's a woman of few words, so she just stands and kind of regards Cleopatra and just gives her a single nod.
I peek out from behind as Scarlet, behind Postmortem's shoulder, and just kind of shakily nod my head.
And I just kind of look behind me to regard you. And I don't say anything, but I just stare back front.
Yes, so there's no need to hide what we are from each other. You are all rifts of this city, for within each of you lies powers of great figures, mythologies, monsters, if you will. That these powers lie in you that you could use for however you see fit. But today I ask that if you use them for good, as the police chief is none other than the rift of the horrible tyrant Caesar.
Blasphemy, that damn fool.
That guy, real bad guy. Hate him. Not good.
What do we need to know?
I just feel like Kitsune has the face as she said that, the expression that says like, "Who again?"
It's a very straight face, nodding. Clearly has no idea what's going on.
Oh, hold on. I have to ask because so in the character art for Kitsune, she's got on a mask. Is she wearing the mask right now, or is there no mask on?
Probably not.
Okay.
Since they were at the dojo.
All right, that makes sense. So I was just wondering because that popped into my head. So she's like, "Yes." So in order to heal this city proper, we must eliminate the police chief. However you see fit to do that, that is entirely up to you.
I think a good spanking might be in order.
Oh. What? No.
Postmortem just slow turns her head to look at you.
I don't like that.
Cleopatra just says, "Kinky, but no." And she waves a hand, and a very ornate table, now a large table, now appears between you all and her. As the one of the assassins brings over a large scroll and rolls it out onto the table, and it is a outline of the police station, which is very similar to the one that is on the Discord channel currently.
Ah, yes. It looks like a building.
It's like
Postmortem immediately hones in on sort of the back door area that's not near entrances with police cars or near security offices or anything of that sort. Just immediately locks in on that as being her primary location that she's going to target.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is there access to the roof? Am I able to get upside, jumping, leaping?
Some of the other assassins come up to the table to join you all as well, and one of them speaks up and says, "There is roof access, but the place has also been on high alerts since all the corruption has been going on and people have been trying to crack down on it. So while you have access to both any entrance you see fit, you must still be on the lookout.
All right, this is going to be a tricky one, but I think we can do it.
And one of the other assassins points at the map and says, "There are some other things that we have found out that may be of service."
Yes.
So first off, in the jail cells, and they point to where 11 is on the map, the group cell area, there is a detective in there that tried to speak up against the corruption and found himself on the wrong side. And he is currently locked up as we speak. Free him, and he might be able to help you.
Perfect. I'm on the job.
And then, if I can remember where it was on here, we're marked 20 on here, the evidence room, another assassin points. In order to properly dispose of the Rift of Caesar, we've heard there may be an artifact or a relic in this room that you all will be able to use as well.
I just look at Cleopatra and say, I'll take care of it.
I'll help.
We'll take them all down.
And then another assassin points to the precinct captain's office down towards the bottom and says, "The police chief has kept himself locked up in his office for the last few days, ever since people have been protesting about the corruption in the streets. So, if
What a pansy! Can't face his own civilians.
For now.
So you will have to get in there to get to him, but again be warned, the place is on high alert."
I have 2 questions for you, just for me.
Yes.
Do we know, like, would our characters know who Caesar is, like, historically?
That is a good question. How well with Roman history would your characters be familiar with? That's up for you all to decide.
Honestly, I don't think postmortem would be... Just given that she has no memories from her previous life, I would imagine that applies to history as well as to people from her life. So I think she just sees this as another job.
Okay.
I feel like Lance has studied enough.
I would say Lance and Alejandra would definitely know, given that how investigative Lance can be. So yeah, I would say Lance knows who Caesar is.
Kitsune's in high school. He might know, maybe.
Yeah, I assumed like they were
Little.
before they fell
Very
asleep in
simple.
history class. They remembered the short, brief history lesson about Caesar and the Roman Empire.
Is it March, by any chance?
The Ides.
I was gonna say, is it the Ides of March, perhaps? I could work that in.
Perhaps.
Ooh.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Keep going down.
Well, that does depend, though. Are you all going to go immediately after this to take care of it, or are you all going to plan and wait?
I think we might need like
A little time.
a moment, like an afternoon to plan, but really, I think
Postmortem is going to want to get right to it.
right. I think we're gonna want to get to it pretty fast. Like, we might want to figure out who's doing what real quick.
So it's basically going to be about the evening time by the time y'all enact all this. Then, I would assume.
Yes.
Okay. So you all know that. So as the assassins tell you this, Queen Cleopatra says that is all the information we have for you. Take whatever time you need to plan. My subjects will be able to help you by however you see fit. And I wish you all the best of luck. As she walks to go sit back down on her throne.
Tally ho!
Oh wait, I have a question. What do we get to do this? Like I don't want to be rude or nothing, but you want us to just like go break into a police station for free?
She turns back to you and says, "Do it today, do it tomorrow. There's no time limit. I'm putting you all on this, but I believe you are the most capable people in this city to do this."
But what is our compensation for doing this?
Rent's not cheap.
Yeah. What was it? Compensation. Yeah. What the smart one said.
Alejandro just kind of nudges Lance like, "See, Mr. Sullivan, don't be rude." And Cleopatra's just like, no, I completely understand. She waves her hand again, and a doorway appears. And if you all look into the doorway, you just see vast amounts of golden jewels.
National treasure. Now, normally I would just do it for the good of the report, but damn, I really could use a new Mercedes. Just kidding.
And
That seems suitable.
Adequate.
all right, so I had you all work on this ahead of time. How you all want to do? Because we're kind of running this as kind of like a quote unquote heist. So if there's anything y'all want to like set up to do, if there's like equipment y'all want to get or anything, I need to know now because I'll have to see if y'all will have to roll for it or not.
Okay.
I would like Kitsune would like to get like maybe some kind of rope with like a grappling hook so they can like rappel down from something, Mission Impossible style, quietly and safely.
Charlotte wants to go back home and get her hood.
Hold on. Start with Kitsune first really quick here. Let me see how I want to do this. If I can hit the right document here.
And run home and get her or his sword.
Okay. Where am I looking here? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to run this like it's a montage downtime move. So, what Kazoo described is you're preparing for the next activity, and you get 3 juice. And you'll get to run this like you're doing a change the game. So, how change the game works is you spend juice to gain the following effects 1-to-1. So, you have create a story tag, burn a power or story tag, give or reduce a status. You also have the effects scale up the effect, prolong the effect, hide the effect, or any other improvement you and I can agree on. And I'm going to say usually I'm assuming the sword's part of your power tag, so you'll already be able to get the sword. But I'm going to say if you want like the grappling hook and rope stuff, that's going to cost you like a juice to create the story tag for.
Okay. So I'll burn a juice on getting like the rope and the grappling hook or something to like anchor myself to or with. And then you said like I can use a juice to like up one of my power tags to make it more powerful.
Well, it says give or reduce a status. So this would be like if you had like a story tag or like a positive status already on you, you could increase the effect of it to help you, but you don't have that right now. And I don't know how giving extra power to a grappling hook would help you at all. So, unless you're going to pull a Batman move and shoot it at people.
I mean, that seems like something Kitsune would try.
Actually, I will say, if you want to scale it up for your second juice, I'd say it goes from grappling hook with rope to grappling hook gun.
Oh, that's a dangerous thing. Yes, I would like that, please.
Now, I will suggest that for your last juice, I would choose the prolong the effect option, so that way you can have it to last throughout the whole one shot. Because if you don't pick that, I'm only going to have it be used for like a couple times before it like craps out on you.
Okay, yeah, I will do that then. Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do to prepare besides that?
I'm gonna pull up my hood and put on my mask and put on my extra quiet sneakers. And then I'm gonna punch some stuff. Like, Kitsune has like a little training mat in their room. They're just gonna punch it and hype himself up and be like, I can do this. I am the best. I am so much better than those other guys. Yep, got this. And then
The rest of us need to go to whatever school Kitsune and Lance are at for affirmations.
All right. So So Scarlet, what do she want to do to prepare or anything?
So she is going to go back to her apartment and go into the closet and search for her cloak or her hood.
Okay, that's easy enough since that's part of your deal. So, is there anything else you want to do to prepare for it all?
I think she's gonna look for like a lockpick set and other like thieves tools to, just in case she has to break into certain rooms or what's not.
Does she actually have like lockpicking as like part of her tags, or is this something extra you want to do?
You know, it's extra.
Okay, so we'll do it the same way with what she did for downtime, change the game. So you have 3 juice you can work with. So the first one would be basically you're creating the story tag lockpicking set. Mm-hmm. And then you have 2 more juice that you can do. Hold on a second again. You can scale up the effect, prolong the effect, hide the effect, any other improvements. I'm going to suggest you take the hide the effect option for a juice because I'm going to say if you get caught at the police station with a lockpicking set, you're going to get caught. You're going to get in big trouble.
Get the effect and then prolong just so it doesn't break in the middle of me trying to break into something.
You read my mind on that one. So basically, this lockpicking set will not only last for the whole entire session, no one will be able to easily find it on you. So,
perfect.
All right, Mareed.
What I think Marie would do, she is going to go back to her apartment and get her gunny sack that turns her into the boogeyman. It's Lou, it says. She'll take that just in case, and I don't know, does she need anything else? Probably just go grab her gunny sack because she knows self-defense, so.
Alright, then I don't know why, I just had the thought of Oogie Boogie from Night Before Christmas pop in my head.
Yeah.
It's like, you're joking, it must be out your mind.
She just steals Santa Claus real quick on her way home. She's Batman, so she has no joy.
No, I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Young, and he has a album with Disney villain covers, and Oogie Boogie song was one of them, so it was really good.
It is very good.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Postmortem.
She has no need to go home. She is always ready for a heist. So I think she is just going to head straight to the police station, but she's going to just kind of keep like a block or 2 of distance and kind of cling to shadow. As far as power tags go, could I juice up my stealth right now?
I'm going to say, knowing how Postmortem is, you're just being very stealthily right now, so I'm not going to make you do anything for that. However, I do want to... I'm assuming this is like Postmortem staking out the place.
Yes.
So here's what I'm going to have you do. I'm going to have you do... It's under montage. It's called Work the Case. You get 3 clues that I have to answer. Just straight up honestly.
Okay.
So any 3 questions you have, you ask me, and I answered them.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah. Does it all have to be now, or can I stagger them?
You can hold on to the questions if you want, but the only thing is these questions have to be related to the current scene. So, like, you can't just change scene and use that to ask a question about that. It has to be related to you staking out this police station.
Okay, so I can't, go into the police station and then ask for clues. It, has to be outside on the perimeter?
Actually, no. I'll retcon that, and I'll say if you go into the police station, it would still apply, because you're still kind of, staking out once you're inside the police station as well.
Okay. I guess my first question will be, where there's the biggest gap in the perimeter as far as, security coverage, as far as police officers being on duty. Is there a particular area as I'm kind of making my way around the building that looks like the easiest access point?
So I'll tell you from the main entrance of the building, there are 2 police officers just standing guard out front with like assault rifles.
Okay.
Because they are because they said this place is on high alert with everything going on.
Okay.
You might be able to possibly get in from around the back through the little police car garage, but that's going to have cops in there as well. However, you notice that there's only a single camera on the roof of the police building.
Okay. Good to know.
So that's your first question.
Yes, so I think I'm gonna hold my next 2. Can I take a shot with my sniper rifle at that camera?
I'm going to need you... Okay, this is going to be the first roll of the day. I'm going to need you to roll... I'm going to need... Actually, no. This is going to be a take the risk move that you're going to do. So, first off, I need you to tell me what power tags for post-mortem you're going to use for this roll.
Okay. Let me see. Marksmanship, definitely.
Yes.
Ion 9 blast sniper rifle is what I'm using. And how many can I use?
You can use as many power tags as you want, as long as they make sense with what you're trying to do. You can argue to use certain tags, and I will say yes or no if I like the argument. But just be warned, the more power tags you try to use, the more likely I will try to use a weakness against you.
Okay. So I'm going to use marksmanship. I'm going to use the Ion 9 blast sniper rifle. I'm going to use stealth. And maybe I'll use eye on the door just as kind of part of my stealth to make sure that I have a clear shot as far as aim and as far as minimizing the amount of people that can see me doing this. Or that notice where the shot is coming from.
Okay, so eye on the door is actually one of your new power tag options. You don't have that yet.
Oh,
So,
okay.
If you ever get your 3 attention during this, you can choose as a power tag you can use for future roles. But basically,
Cool.
yeah. So your new power tag options and your theme improvements that are listed on there, none of you have those yet until you kind of level up your themes. So
Okay, I'll stick to those 3: stealth, marksmanship, and the Ion 9 blast sniper rifle.
all right. So roll 2d6 and add that 3 to the roll.
All right. That is 13.
You just take aim, and I'm going to say, just for flavor purposes, you have a silencer that you can fit onto the end of your sniper rifle. So you barely even have to look. You just take aim like a second and pew, and just shoot this camera.
And I just, I don't usually show a lot of emotion on my face. I don't feel much joy. But, cinematically speaking, you just see the tiniest upturn of the corner of my mouth as I hit it. Just satisfied. And I'm gonna kind of slink through the shadows away from the point where, if there were people on patrol that were, trying to figure out the source of the shot, or if they noticed it or anything, I'm just going to be away from that angle, and continue staking out until everybody else gets there.
Oh yeah, no one even notices this at all, because with how high because you got a 13, yeah, you just pulled this off flawlessly.
Sick. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to stake out the place and just make sure that access point remains open until everybody gets there.
All right, and Lanson, Alejandro, what are we doing?
All right, so the first thing that Lance is going to do is he's going to head home with Alejandro. He's going to refill his world's best reporter cup with coffee, and he's going to get Alejandro's world's best sidekick cup full of coffee. Once he's done doing that, he's going to get out he and Alejandro are going to hop in his beat up old Mustang that he named Shelby. And he's going to turn to Alejandro and say, all right, here's the plan, my dear. I think that we need to fool these coppers and pretend that we're going in for a big report for our newspaper. So then we can interview some of the cellmates while also maybe unlocking one. Wink, wink.
So I'm going to just tell you right off the bat that Lance Sullivan is going to be a very well-known investigative reporter in this city. So it's going to be I'm not saying you can't try, but it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be hard for you to do.
Okay.
And
Like if Katie Couric was trying to break into a police station.
Anyway.
George Stephanopoulos, is that you?
I also love how I've been hearing how y'all are going to get into police station, but yet y'all are doing nothing to absolutely change your appearance whatsoever for once you get inside.
I'm wearing a mask and have a hood on.
I want them to be scared of me.
Oh yeah, masked people inside a police station. What could go wrong?
I live in the shadows.
And a corpse just walking in.
Listen, he's big dumb. He's a dumb teenage jock.
And I just don't care. I want them to fear me.
It's just
So Lance and Alejandro are going ahead of everyone at this moment, and they're going to try to get into the police station ahead of time.
Yeah, we're gonna try to like go right through the front door.
Or is this something
know?
you want to like do to get in with along with everyone at the same time to be like kind of the distraction?
I feel like it's part distraction, part like trying to get into that group cell to unlock that detective.
Okay.
Like,
sorry.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I would say that you would do that with when you all get there to do the big kind of breaking into the police station instead of like trying to do it beforehand, because I feel like if you try to do it beforehand, it's gonna go badly for you. But at least but if you try to do it with everyone there, you'll have at least some sort of backup.
Okay,
So
that's fine. We'll wait for them.
So does anything else want to do anything before we start?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a grappling gun for Kitsune. We have a lockpicking set for Scarlet. Postmortem has 2 more clue questions she can use once she gets inside police station if she wants. My read is just ready to go, and then Lance is about to be the distraction with Alejandro.
Yes.
Okay, so what time do you think y'all would meet up?
Dusk. Like, obviously the early enough.
So-
It's not twilight.
Because we
Dusk.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yes.
say, as the sun sets on the city, the clock. It's like there's a nearby clock changes to 5 p.m. March 15th.
you fucked.
And then,
Brutus would have been a great name.
Right.
all right, and so, okay, where do you all just meet like in an alley nearby, not far from the police station? I guess.
If I spot any of them kind of coming up this way, I will try to signal them into a dark alley so that we all congregate.
Kitsune is full crunking from the Emperor's New Groove, just quietly humming their own theme music. Exactly.
And what's funny, I assume Lance and Alejandro get there first.
Well, you hear the
Subtle.
going down the lane. I think he's gonna park like a block or 2 away from the police station.
Probably needs to with that muffler.
No, so I was going to say, yeah, you all get out of the car and head into the alley to kind of watch. You and Alejandro, and that's when Postmortem just suddenly appears behind you because she's been there just staking out the place.
Oh, damn!
And the smell of tacos comes out from Alejandro again. Just, woo! Burn.
You could do with being quieter.
I don't know what to tell you, ma'am.
We're still about stealth.
It's like,
Still.
so sorry, so sorry.
As you should be.
All right, who arrives next?
Scarlet kind of emerges from the shadows.
I almost
And Poker sees you and kind of nods in approval as far as like how stealthily you appeared.
want to say Scarlet with Scarlet was wearing hoods. It's almost like the cloak from the Marvel series, where she can just kind of use the cloak to like appear and disappear at the moment.
Okay, I can work with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just thought that was cool. So you just appear too as well. And once again from Alejandro, it's like, all right, who's next?
Right, or
I would say Marie just kind of, shows up, just kind of parks her car and gets out.
moseys on in.
Yep.
So unbothered.
Normal character.
Pretty much, yep.
So Batman.
All right, and I feel like
Kitsune running late as always.
yeah, I feel like you try to like come down the fire escape and just kind of like just tumble down it.
Tries to sneak down the fire escape and grabs onto it, and the ladder just comes down, slams down.
It's like
Hi.
it's like koosh.
Exactly.
All right, so the six of us are all there, and Alejandro's just like, all right, Mr. Sullivan, I guess you say you want to provide the distraction?
Yes, my dear boy, we are going to head on in as the best reporters this town will ever know.
All right.
The security cameras. There's access on the roof. Little one.
Excellent. What are your names, by the way? I don't think we've introduced ourselves. My name is Lance P. Sullivan.
We know. We
Oh,
heard it.
you've heard?
We're
We
aware.
heard you.
Oh, good. It's always great that I'm so well known amongst the community.
You also talk in the third person.
You've said your name like 10 times.
Lance does not do that.
Alejandro's just like, I'm sorry, Mr. Sullivan. You do kind of talk like about yourself quite a lot.
Well, I just know a good reporter when I see one, and I look in the mirror every day.
Little one.
Alejandro looks at everyone else and is just like, he's right. He looks in the mirror at himself all the time.
Postmortem is going to turn to Kitsune and just regard them and say, little one, you're likeliest to be least noticed on the roof. Are you interested in accessing it that day with me?
He's gonna pull out his grappling hook. I'm so ready. Oh my god, yes! You're so cool.
You'll need to be a tad quieter.
You're so cool. Just stage whispering.
She almost smiles.
So what are Scarlet and Marie going to do to get inside?
Can I just walk in?
Wait,
I feel like that's the
hold
least-
on. Is it Scarlet or Marie that's asking this? So you're going to just walk up there with Lance then?
Is there a juvie center? I'm just going in to do my job.
You could go in with Lance and Alejandro.
You might not
I'm not associated with
You
that.
might not want to.
Okay, so actually this will be interesting because I will say that, yeah, with your experience, I assume Marie would be experienced with like the juveniles of the city. So Marie being with Lance would actually help him to get in.
No. Lance is on his own. I don't trust those damn reporters.
twisting facts.
All right. And what's Scarlet doing?
She's going to be testing out a side entrance to see if she can get in that way.
Nice.
Hold on. Does this thing have a side entrance?
There's one that doesn't have any guard stations or anything, so
Oh, okay. Yes, there is another entrance. I didn't realize that.
sure.
And if it's that one I'm looking at the very top that you're going to be able to break in, that's actually not that far from the evidence room that was mentioned.
I know. I looked.
All right. So Lance, Alejandro, and Marie, y'all are going to start walking up to the main entrance of the police station together. And as soon as y'all start to go up the steps, the two police officers standing there with the assault rifles immediately port them at the three of you, and they're like, "Halt! State your business."
My job.
And that would be?
You don't know me? These new bitches. Great child psychologist. So good. Sounds so right. I'm just gonna keep walking.
You see, it's like, ma'am,
My bad.
you see, like, the other guard just holds a hand out and it's like, ma'am, I'm sorry, but we have to know who you are so we can verify if you're allowed to enter.
I have a badge. I flash a badge. Flash your child psychology badge that we can give you when you graduate? Like to enter for the juvie. Oh, okay.
Just a Ron Swanson note that says,
Okay.
I can do it.
I can do it.
So the cop's gonna keep his hand out, but he's gonna get a walkie-talkie. It's like, yes, I need you to run a name, a Miss Marie. And you hear just a, it's like, affirmative. He puts the walkie-talkie, it's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. You can go in. Wait, is he with you?
No.
No, I'm here on official City Herald business.
Okay, so I'm gonna need, you to roll a convince, and you're automatically gonna start in the -1.
Oh no.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
So what-
I'm rolling.
what tags?
Do you have like any like convincing or something?
I do have long, unbreakable speeches.
Oh my god, you're just distracted them and they just let you through out of just annoyance. I feel like that's the most like Joanna tag I've ever heard. I love it so much.
Okay, I'll allow the long unbreakable speech thing. Is there any others you think you can use?
Saves my butt every time. What's that?
That's Alejandro's gonna speak up and be like, yes, we are on very important business. We have big article we're going to do. So that's basically Alejandro trying to help you out.
You're right, man.
Okay, yeah, so, I mean, I think that's all I'll do. I'll try to convince him with a speech.
So roll and add 1.
And add one?
Yeah, that's because you start at -1, you use 2 power tags, so that's a 1 total for the power to add to your 2d6 roll.
Okay. What the hell does that mean?
That's a 6.
Oh, okay. So 10?
That's pretty good. Not bad.
Oh, yeah, so the officers just kind of look back and forth at each other, and they're like, all right, get your butts inside.
Oh, thank you, good sir. You'll be first page news on how accommodating you have been.
Alejandro's just dragging you behind him into the police station. Oh, and I'm gonna say, as all this is happening, so I need Postmortem and Kitsune to roll for sneak around.
Okay.
Can I use my nimble as a fox power tag to do better at stuff?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
And I'll use my stealth power tag again.
All right, hold on. Let me do Kitsune first really quick. So was there anything else you want to do besides Nimble as a fox?
I don't know if I should save the parkour artist to like when we're rappelling down because I can only use it once in a scene, right?
Yes. Oh, and you can add your story tags to it, so you can use your grappling hook as part of this.
Yes.
So it would give you
Yes.
It would
So
be.
is this sneaking in completely? Because I think we're going for the
Just go getting on it.
getting on the roof, trying to get in as well.
Yeah, this is you getting up to the roof and getting inside. Yes.
Okay, so then I'm gonna use my nimble as a fox and my grappling hook, and I'll keep my parkour artist in case we need to make an escape.
Parkour.
If it's
All right. So for Kitsune, roll an add 2.
I'm actually gonna use my parkour artist also, because if escaping is a different scene, then I'll just use 3.
Roll +3 then.
Ooh, okay.
2 dice.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Awesome. So, all right, and now post-mortem.
And does this count as another scene from when I first used my stealth since I was alone?
Yes, this is a completely different, well, you were doing that for, like, take the risk. This is a sneak around.
Right. Okay. So I will use my stealth again. And I think the argument could be made to use my martial arts tag also, because that's something that requires agility. And since I don't have the grappling hook, I think I need to use those kinds of abilities that would also make me skilled at martial arts.
All right, so yeah, you can roll +2.
Sweet.
I like that this game is just like convincing the DM that you should basically get additions to things. I feel like this would be right.
That is also a 10.
All right, so yeah, you both get up to the roof without any issues. You get to the roof, you find the large air duct that you can both crawl into, and you're both making your way inside via the vents.
Hell yeah.
Now for Scarlet. This is also going to be a sneak around too as you go up to the side door of the police station.
So I am going to get out my lockpick set and try to get into the door because I imagine it's not just unlocked.
Yeah, you feel for the door and yeah, it's locked.
So I'm going to try to use my lockpick set, and I'm going to use the power tags, easy to ignore, observant, so I'm going to be kind of checking my surroundings, and lurking in hiding to kind of stay in the shadows. That's cool. I've got a lot of lurky shit.
How do they not have more than stealth?
Okay, so yeah, +4 to your roll.
Damn.
Nice.
I have a very good speech to say. 11.
Damn.
Yeah, so,
What I'm glad you had that for.
yeah, so you just kind of fiddle around with it for a moment, just and you hear the click as the side door to the police station unlocks. And you are now in.
Look at us go, guys.
Woo. Yeah, the second we run out of power tags, we're really in danger.
Right, and I want to stop there for a short break because I have to go. So we'll take a short 10-15 and I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
2 hours later.
Now, remuting. Good. Remuting, unmuting. All right, I'm gonna do more candy so I don't make noise. Here you go. I've had so much coffee, I'm shaking.
And we are back, so yeah.
Literally trembling. I've had so much coffee. You need more. It's only a medium. I want to be on that level.
Everyone's
like-
talking about Pedro Pascal's caffeine, and he has 6 shots of espresso, and I'm like, is that a lot?
That sounds amazing.
We can taste colors.
I know, for real.
ADHD be like, I feel nothing.
See, who?
It literally is. Where I'm like, I think
that's
I can't do it until I've had like 600 milligrams of caffeine.
See, I needed this for Kitsune for the big dumb energy. I'm like,
I know.
Right. I can see it does have a little bit of
I call getting over caffeinated Baja blasted.
That's amazing.
Alrighty. So we come back and we're going to cut to Marie, Lance, and Alejandro as they walk into the building. Now at the lobby area, there's someone at the front. I'm sorry?
I was like, I feel like we all could have walked in with them, but then I cut you off, so I said I'm sorry.
We're in the vents.
It would be a big group.
That's true.
Yeah. Scarlet snuck in from the side. Kitsune and Postmortem are sneaking in through the vents above. So
I can only think of that new girl scene where
I-
we're in the vents with the badger.
We live here now.
I will tell everyone now, because you are in a police station that is on high alert, any rolls you do against anyone from this point going forward will start at a -1.
Ooh.
Okay.
And if by so chance you happen to fail any of those rolls, it's the alert tag is going to increase.
Ooh. Okay.
So if we fail, then it's like a -2.
They're going to start becoming the police station will start becoming more and more suspicious of you all.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so Lance, Alejandro, and Marie, y'all walk in. There's someone at the front desk. She's like, just walk right in. You're already been cleared. And so y'all walk through those set of doors right there, and you are now inside the police station, standing right next to the waiting area. So what are y'all going to do? Because what is Marie and Lance going to do?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get myself to the group cells for investigative reporting.
Oh god.
It's like Alejandro kind of tugs on your little coat. It's like, Mr. Sullivan, what about that call you got this morning?
The call. Oh, right. Yes. Indeed, the call. I feel like this is also going to help with that, Alejandro, right?
They're in the cell.
Who's in the cell?
I'm not there, but the ghost of the metagaming pigeon is killing you. The metagaming pigeon is killing you. That your contact used their phone call to call you and to tip you off, and they're in the cell.
So yes, I want to go to
Actually, so I'm going to metagame here. No, the detective that's in the cell, and the officer that called Lance are two completely different people.
The metagaming pigeon was wrong.
So confident for nothing.
Disregard.
Ignore me. I thought this was different. That's a critical role.
That's hysterical.
Sorry.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I think Lance is still going to try to go and like figure out a way to break out that person in the group cell by pretending to go in for reporting.
So the three of you are all heading to the group cells then?
Are you going to come with us?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So in character.
He's the most apathetic child psychologist.
You can't save them all. I mean,
Okay, so what I'm going to say, so as the three of y'all are making your way to the group cells, we're going to cut to Kitsune and Postmortem going through the vents. And I'll say that the way you got to the roof was from this side where the parked cars are. You climbed up that way. So you're now in a set of vents. You're kind of like right above the center. You crawl in, I'll go say you're like right above the solitary cells at the moment in the vents. And every now and then you see like a few little like grates that you can like peek down into to see what's going on. I'm gonna do something here.
Like that.
Post-mortem, you look down in the vents. You see 4 white officers, all of varying sizes and shapes. But, so the thing about this police station is that there's mist kind of flowing throughout this police station as well.
Okay.
So you see these 4 cops in this mist. They all have long hair, swashbuckling hats, and kind of like tops that represents like kind of like Renaissance. And they're all sporting rapiers.
Oh, the famous here.
Exactly right. These cops are the Musketeers.
we're so smart.
Sorry, I'm gonna kill them all.
You know what?
Please just fire a gun in here.
No, I'm not going to.
So I'm just gonna say you notice that as you all are moving through these vents, that you see these 4 cops.
Cool. So do we want to just continue? You and I are communicating just like with the hand signals and...
What are you saying? I don't know what the fist means. The fist. I know that one.
She just puts a finger to her lips and just kind of like...
You just hear the voice of George Takei just go, I know what it means.
Oh my.
Okay.
I almost spat out my coffee.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my.
But yeah, we're kind of crawling through. We're kind of headed in the direction of. You said that we're over the solitary rooms, which are like 12.
Yeah, that's it. So you're near kind of the group cell area. As by the time that Lance is in Marita are walking towards that direction.
Okay, and we're also relatively close to where the police chief is, right?
You're a little ways, but not too far away from it. Yeah.
Okay, so could we theoretically crawl there to the vents over the room that he's in?
From the window to the wall?
So the sweat drops down on balls?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be another sneak around roll for the both of you to head in that direction.
Okay.
And you're both gonna start with -1.
Okay, I'm going to use, since I already used the stealth power tag, I'm going to say, because I do not breathe.
Actually, I will say because this is a completely new scene and you're doing something completely different now, you can reuse the power tags again.
Okay, so I'll use and I'll use does not breathe just to like double down on the stealth because I'm able to be quiet enough that like they don't hear breath coming from the vents or anything.
I breathe extra heavily for both of us.
He's a mouth breather big time.
The mask. Oh.
Wait, does postmortem actually? Oh wow, yeah, there is a power tag called does not breathe.
Yes, there is.
So just those two then?
I don't think there are any that really any others that really apply to this situation. So yeah, I'll just do those two, which that would bring me up to +1.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I had the -1 for the alert. Yeah, so +1 to your roll.
+2. Okay. Ooh, no, great. That is a 5.
Oh, God.
Total? Wait, 5 total?
Get you.
Yeah, that's a 5 total.
Give me. I need Kitsune's roll first, really quick. What tags are you using?
I'm gonna use Blessed with Good Fortune and Nimble as a Fox to try to like find spots where my feet can go that are quiet and not creaky. I'm a scamper.
So yeah, roll +1.
7.
Oh no.
Oh, we're already failing.
Good luck, I did so fast.
I'm gonna say that as we're crawling, like maybe my knee hits a spot that's kind of weaker in the metal of the vent, and so it just creaks. It like drops down with a loud thud.
No, so here's what I'm gonna have happen. So the alert status is now going from a 1 to a 2. As you all are making no. There's like a little dum 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 as y'all are like trying to get there. You're finding it a little difficult because it's kind of narrow. Post-mortem.
Almost sounds like a badger.
Yeah.
You move forward just the tiniest bit. You fall through the grating onto the officer desks below.
Oh no.
With a crash.
You're dead again. I can't die. I'm already dead. Are there?
Well, I still need you to take. I still need you to take the status Owie 1.
Owie 1. Okay.
Because it's just like my back.
Are there 3 musketeers in here? Or am I alone in this room?
You landed right in front of them.
Great. I very quietly say to myself, owie, under my breath.
And yeah, you stand up and try to like dust yourself off, and these four musketeer guys are just kind of look at you. They're all holding their coffee cups. And one's just kind of
just inspecting the vents.
I am going. Can I jump down and help?
Okay, so before we continue that, we're gonna cut the Scarlet.
No!
So, all right.
helps.
So Scarlet, you are inside and you're making your way down this hallway. What are you doing?
Let me say. I'm going to sneak a sneak until I get to the evidence room.
Sneaky sneak.
Alright, I need Scarlet to roll for sneak around then, so what power tags are you using?
Yeah, I'm going to use... This is a new scene, so I can use similar tags, right?
Yes, you can use the same tags. It's only like if you're trying to do the same thing in the same scene twice. You can't use the same tags in a row, so...
Like a spell slot.
Yeah. So, I'm going to use the same tags. I'm going to use observant, easy to... Or not observant. Yeah, observant, easy to ignore, lurk in hiding. And I'm probably going to need my lockpick for the evidence room.
Okay, so the evidence room is going to be already unlocked, so you're not going to be able to use that. But
Feels wrong.
you're also taking a -2 to this because of the alert happening, so you're only rolling +1 then.
Sorry.
Bye-bye. 10.
Okay, whew.
Fuck that zombie.
All right. So as you hear in the distance, as you're sneaking around, you hear in the distance the crashing as postmortem's falls onto the officer desk below. You hear that in the distance.
Amateurs. Excuse me.
You get you're able to sneak your way past the other places, past the other officers into the evidence room. You go in, you shut the door behind you, but as soon as you turn around, there's a single cop standing right there in the evidence room.
Oh, all right. So,
before you turn around, before you do anything, he turns around and locks eyes with you, and you see his badge says Alvin.
As I'm in theater?
What?
You got two chipmunks references in one.
What did I do? Another chipmunk?
Oh no, Joanna yelled and the chipmunks, and then Amanda yelled Simon and Theodore.
And the cop just kind of looks up and down, and he's like, "Can I help you?" Like very confused.
So I'm gonna try to convince him that I should be there by using seems trustworthy, harmless little girl.
Oh,
And
that feels creepy.
and cute together. Oh, I might do a little
Song and
flirt
dance
there.
Oh, as a harmless little girl.
Oh, I
What? Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. Repeat those one more time for me really quick.
Seems trustworthy, harmless little girl, and cute together.
And flirting as a harmless little girl.
I hate that.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add another. You're gonna get another +1 on there for a reason I won't mention just yet. But I'm also activating the weakness tag, painfully shy. So you're rolling. You get attention on the wallflower theme, and then you're rolling +3. The alert tag is not taking place in this certain scenario,
Okay, cool for you.
but you're still rolling convince.
Yeah. It's +3, right?
Mm-hmm.
11.
Right. So the cop looks at you.
You just roll.
And, well, the cop looks at Scarlet, and then he's kind of got this glint in his eyes, like he knows exactly why you're here. And he goes over to the evidence locker. He pulls out a switchblade that was in this one box, and he hands it to you.
Oh, what? Harming children. So many different ways I was afraid that was gonna go.
It's like,
You just look like it.
it's like, but
I know.
Alvin looks at you and says, "Give this to Detective Marcus. That they got locked up. He knows what to do with it." And Scarlet, I want you. There's a move in this game called Look Beyond the Mist. You roll plus how many mythos themes you have. So I want you to roll +2.
Okay.
No good. Okay.
8.
You said 8?
Yes.
So the mist swirls around you as you take this switchblade from him, it immediately turns in your hands into a Roman dagger.
Are we sacrificing?
It's
Brutus!
Oh, hell yeah.
God, we're such nerds that got us excited.
You're the March.
I've never seen one.
And as soon as you see that it's a Roman dagger, the mist dissipates and turns back into a switchblade.
That's a Bradley Cooper movie.
But it's also a reference to real history.
Aren't you a history major? Yeah.
Beware the eyes of
I did nom.
I'll tell you one more thing.
Silas.
Scarlet, you look up as well as the mist also surrounds this officer Alvin, and he is now cloaked in a Roman toga. Because
Guys.
so history for those and for the Ides of March, there were 3 main guys that were in charge of the conspiracy to assassinate Hitler: Marcus Junius Brutus, Gaius Cassius Longinus, and Decimus Junius Brutus Albinus.
Albinus.
This is not where I thought this was going. I thought this was in the 80s. What? I'm the good looks.
Okay.
I don't need to know things.
So,
No.
Oh boy.
so yeah, that happens. Officer Alvin tells you to do what you need to do with it. And so what's Scarlet going to do now?
Well, I am going to mosey my way on over to the holding cell if I can.
Well, we're already going there. It's gonna be a big party.
Oh.
So here's the funny thing is I'm going to say Marie, Lance, and Alejandro were also coming around the corner, and they see these musketeer cops as well, right as postmortem falls from the ceiling. So they see that happen too.
Okay.
And yeah, the 4 musketeers are just still standing there, just drinking their coffee, just kind of taking in what just happened.
I think I'm going to use another one of my clue question moments right here.
Smart.
Okay.
Thank you.
What could get me out of this? What could I say that would get them to trust me and not try to attack me?
I'll tell you right now, as after a moment, if you're just standing there not doing anything, they're immediately going to drop their coffee cups to go shout on the floor as they go for their rapiers.
Okay. So I have like a split second to react.
Yeah, this is going to be a go toe-to-toe if you want to react somehow.
I don't want to draw attention to us this. Yes, Kitsune.
I have the ability to masquerade as someone else, because I can sneak around, illusory appearance, and induce hypnotic trance. It's a +3 power tag, and I'm wondering, can I just turn into a giant like rat to kind of go along with postmortems? Like, I was just checking out the vents. Can I just fall down like a rodent of unusual size from The Princess Bride and scurry around?
Oh, I have something I can
Okay,
tell.
this is going to fall under the role of convince because you're trying to distract these guys from postmortem.
Okay. And I'm just gonna, as Kitsune the giant rat falls out of the bed and onto the desk, I will just gesture and be doing Harry Baby.
So,
Well, I'll just gesture and look at the 4 musketeers and just say,
so what power tax is Kitsune using for this again?
I was doing masquerade as someone else, so it's sneak around, illusory appearance, and induce hypnotic trance.
Hold on 1 second. Illusory appearance, induce hypnotic trance.
Sexy rat? No, I'm not a sexy rat.
no, she's Harry Baby. She's called Grash.
Where's the masquerading part? I'm having a hard time finding that. What theme's that under?
It is. Boop, 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 boop. That's the. Hold on, sorry, I just lost it. It is tag combos, masquerade as someone else, sneak around, illusory appearance.
Oh, that's not an actual power tag. That's what they're calling that certain move that you can combine those power tags for.
Yes.
So I thought you. So when that. So with just those tags, it's a +2. Then it's not +3. Or hold on.
Okay, that's the move that you're doing.
Yes, because I don't have sneak around. I don't know why it said +3. Interesting.
because this is a convention you're basically trying to do to get the Musketeers' attention off of postmortem.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm just saying, we have a giant rat problem.
Actually, I'll change that because of the situation. I'll make that a +3 because of how the confusion that's already happening in this certain scene. So I'll make it a +3.
Thank you. I'm gonna use these other dice, the one that got me. Do you want 6
Mine,
before?
yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Harry baby.
Okay. Oh! A 10 plus 1, because it would have been it's a +3, but -2. Right?
Oh yes, the alert. I forgot about that. Yes, thank you for reminding me. So
I gotta be at it. 11.
So yeah, you just turn to this giant rat, and as soon as you change, you crash through the vent as well onto the desk below. And the three musketeers, their hands were still on the rapiers. They all now turn to the giant rat that just fell through the roof.
Let me exterminate it.
Katsuni just looks at you with like the most pleading eyes, like
I'll literally just walk over and pick up the giant rat.
like a bunny.
The problem is solved now. I'll just start for the door and see if they just let me walk away with the giant rat.
I'm going to say the musketeers have a very confused 2 status at this moment because of the awkwardness of this scene happening.
Good.
What are the reactions from Mareed and Lance? Because Alejandro's just like very confused as well as what's happening before them.
So you just see me with a giant rat in my arms?
Hey Lance, are you reporting for the health department too? Shoot them in here.
I'm here for my interview with you.
Whoa!
Wait.
Good God, Alejandro, snap a picture.
It's like he just fumbles for the camera and starts clicking away at the giant rat before them.
The rat's like this necklace coming out.
Postmortem just has deer in headlights.
Somehow, Kitsune always finds the light in the camera like Beyonce.
He knows his angles. There's a fan blowing somewhere in the distance. Fur blowing in the breeze.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so
Turned into a sexy nut situation after all. It did.
So what's postmortem and Kitsune, the giant rat, doing now?
I'm trying to walk out. I'm trying to walk out of the room with this giant rat in my arms. And which room are we in?
I think hallway, aren't you?
You all are in that hallway right between, like, you're on the other side of the solitary cells and right in front of the officers area.
Okay. Fantastic.
Wait, that's where we want to be.
Wait, where is it?
Because
you want to go to 5 because you want to go to his office, right?
No, we want to get we were going to try to bust the guy out, but
Yeah, I thought his office was more over in this direction.
because we can't get to the office until we have our contact who has the dagger, which is the artifact to kill Caesar. Yeah. Oh shit, we're on a roll.
I know. I'm doing.
We still have to fight Caesar. I feel like Caesar's going to be
We
pretty.
should totally just stab Caesar.
No, what you tell him? Stab Caesar.
Alright, so really quick, what's Scarlet doing as all this is happening?
It's like walking out in the hall with the giant rat.
I mean, now we're not in there yet. So if you wanted to go to the group cell, you could.
I'm still going.
She's on
Yeah.
roll.
And I'll say that from your previous stealth sneak around roll earlier, I will still let that apply as you like start to come down like this hallway, and then you see like right here the sign that says group cells, and you start to make your way towards the double doors that lead you to the group cells as all this is happening.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
And remember, so in City of Mist, relics take on like actual items. So if you have the dagger of Brutus, but it just looks like a normal switchblade to anyone else.
Cool. But you saw through the mist to see what it actually was.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And that the officer that gave it to her was one of the 3 main conspirators.
Love it.
Perfect. Things are just going so well for you, Scarlet.
Things are just going our way.
For me too.
Yeah.
I'm a rat. I'm a rat.
I'm a rat.
What do you want me to say?
I'm gonna try to get into the group holding cell.
Are you all heading that way now to the group holding cells? Basically at this point?
No, I kind of lost where I went.
Lance is ushering me away for my interview as the exterminator, and I just have Kitsune the giant rat.
Arms, but maybe you guys should start going towards the camp.
Well, I'm
Once you're
gonna.
there,
I would say that Lance drags her away for this interview towards the direction of the holding cells.
Okay.
So, yeah, y'all are able to do this with ease, as these Musketeer cops are just having a very confused talk among themselves, so they're absolutely not paying attention as you all make your way, like, I'll just hurry out of there as quickly as possible. End of part 1. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Mysteries Unknown podcast. The background music you hear is from the official City of Mist soundtracks made by Son of Oak Studios. The content warning at the beginning was done by Ryan Bravo of Odd Loot. Any other characters and content mentioned on here belong to the rightful creators and owners. My name is Hunter the MC, and join me next time as we investigate the City of Mist.